and reviews all land use applications in accordance with federal civil rights statutes. Public comments made on the basis of bias and stereotype concerning people within these protected character classes will not be taken into consideration by the township in its deliberations. Next, I want to note that an executive session for legal and employee issues was held the 16th of June, 2021 at the Copley Whitehall Sewer Authority meeting room. 5 commissioners were present who were excused on absence that evening. All right, moving on to the agenda, approval of the minutes. Do I have a motion?
Move, Phil.
What was that?
Was it?
Tia.
Andy, do I have a second?
I'll second Mark.
Joe. Comments from the board? Comments from the public?
There are no comments from the public.
There being none, Mr. Secretary, please poll the board.
Commissioner Attia,
Yes.
Commissioner Marks,
Yes.
Commissioner Sloniker, aye. Commissioner Warren.
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher,
Aye.
Commissioner D,
Aye.
and President Ginder.
Yes.
Passes 7 ayes, 0 nays.
Next, courtesy of the floor. Anybody from the public wish to speak?
No, I don't see anyone from the public want to speak.
Okay, there being none, moving on. Under public hearing and voting on ordinances. Bill number 21-2021. This is the first hearing. There will be no vote taken this evening. An ordinance amending chapter 27 zoning. Article 7, definitions and limitations uses. Article 9, schedule of permitted, accessory, special exception, and conditional uses. Article 16, definitions of words to reduce the negative impact of outdoor commercial cooking operations in residential neighborhoods. Bill number 22-2021. An ordinance amending chapter 7, fire prevention and fire protection, article 7, designated official inspections, section 39, immediate fire or other safety hazard, to provide language allowing for the emergency demolition of a building or structure determined to be an immediate fire or safety hazard. Do I have a motion?
I'll move, Fisher.
Do I have a second?
I'll second D.
Comments from the board? Any comments from the board? Commissioner Warren, you had asked the attorney last week to check into if legal fees could be recovered. Do you want him to answer that?
Yes, I believe the answer was they can be recovered.
He was going to check into that to make sure. According to my notes.
That's correct, President Ginder, and I did speak to Mr. Warren about that as well. So, but yes, they can be recovered when we would file a lien. We're entitled to add attorney's fees to the lien if that's necessary.
Okay, so that clears that up. Any other comments from the board? Comments from the public?
There are no comments from the public.
There being none, Mr. Secretary, please poll the board.
Commissioner Fisher,
Aye.
I did not get who seconded that motion. Could you please say who you are?
D, seconded.
Okay, Commissioner D,
Aye.
Commissioner Warren.
Aye.
Commissioner Attia,
Yes.
Commissioner Sloniker, aye. Commissioner Marks, Commissioner Marks,
Yes.
and President Ginder.
Yes.
Passes 7 ayes, 0 nays.
Bill number 23-2021. An ordinance authorizing the acceptance of a proposal for the replacement of the Jefferson Playground Community Building roof for the Recreation Bureau of the Township of Whitehall. Bid 2021-07 in accordance with section 3.20 of the Home Rule Charter, which requires authorization of acquisitions in excess of $25,000 by ordinance. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion, Warren.
Do I have a second?
I'll second Sloniker.
Comments from the board? Comments from the public?
We have Lori Ann Fainall. She wanted to ask if she could, participate in the public forum.
She wants to speak only in the public forum, is that correct?
Yes, she said, did I miss public participation?
All right, let me get through this bill because I don't want to interrupt the middle of this and then we will get back to that
Okay.
because I lost my place already with this. Okay, we have any comments from the public on bill number 23-2021?
There are no comments from the public.
There being none, Mr. Secretary, please poll the board.
Commissioner Warren?
Aye.
Commissioner Sloniker, aye. Commissioner Marks?
Yes.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
Commissioner Attia?
Yes.
Commissioner D?
Aye.
And President Ginder.
Yes.
Bill passes 7 ayes, 0 nays.
Now, I apologize, but I must go back. I got interrupted and I forgot a question I had to ask on this, and I know we can still ask the question. Who got the bid and for how much?
It was Koonsman, Alan Koonsman Roofing and Siding, $41,750.
Okay. Thank you, Jack. All right, there's a resident that wants to comment under public comment. Can we put her through, Melissa, before we get to the end?
Lori,
No, wait, hold on, Melissa.
yeah,
I
yes,
want to get to the end of this first section
okay.
of ordinances, so we just got to leave her hanging. I can't keep getting interrupted in the middle of this stuff. All right, bill number 24-2021. This is a first hearing. There will be no vote this evening. An ordinance amending the personnel policies and procedures of the Township of Whitehall as contained in Chapter 1, Part 8, Article 36 of the codified ordinances, specifically as it pertains to the township's harassment policy. And again, that's the first hearing. There will be no vote on that this evening. Public hearing and voting on resolutions. Resolution number 3165. A resolution transferring funds within the general fund and liquid fuels fund to provide for appropriations to meet unanticipated current fiscal year expenses constituting budget transfer 2021-01. Comments from the board?
You have to ask for a motion.
I'm sorry. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion D.
I have a second.
I'll second Marks.
Comments from the board? Any comments from the board? I just want to thank Jack for putting this together in pretty plain English that makes it pretty easy to understand. Any comments from the public?
There are no comments from the public.
Mr. Secretary, please poll the board.
Commissioner D?
Aye.
Commissioner Marks?
Yes.
Commissioner Sloniker, aye. Commissioner Attia?
Yes.
Commissioner Warren?
Aye.
Commissioner Fisher?
Aye.
President Ginder?
Yes.
Resolution passes 7 ayes, 0 nays.
Under other, motion to approve the release of escrow for completed and withdrawn projects for Deputy Mayor Myers, memo dated July 2nd, 2021. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion, Marks.
Do I have a second?
I'll second Fisher.
Comment from the board? Comment from the public?
There are no comments from the public.
There being none, Mr. Secretary, please poll the board.
Commissioner Marks,
Yes.
Commissioner Fisher,
Aye.
Commissioner Swaniker, aye. Commissioner D,
Aye.
Commissioner Attia,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren.
Aye.
President Ginder.
Yes.
Motion passes 7 ayes, 0 nays.
All right, at this time, we have a resident who would like to come in under public comments that didn't get in before. Could you pass the resident through, please?
Lori, you're now unmuted.
Okay, Lorianne Fainall, 3107 North 3rd Street, Whitehall. Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Okay, first of all, I want to apologize, Phil. I wasn't intentionally trying to interrupt you during resolution. I got a brand new phone, and unfortunately, with the WebEx, it was trouble connecting, so I apologize for that. But I wanted to speak regarding the fireworks situation in our township. It was an atrocity what was going on in Hawkindaqua. We had mortars, aerials going all over the place. It was terrible. I called at least, I think it was 4 total complaints regarding fireworks. I mean, it was very dangerous what I was seeing. I had videos of people with Roman candles in their hands, aiming them. One, particularly at the area behind First Presbyterian Church, that open lot there that's behind the like Wicked Suite by the fire department. That individual was aiming that Roman candle towards those buildings. Okay. Then I couldn't follow him because it wasn't safe for me to do so. So I went back home and noticed that there was more fireworks going off down by the Veterans Memorial there. They lined them up on the sidewalk. I'm down there and I'm like videotaping. I call the police and they recognized me, obviously, and they went. Now, we need to have more manpower for next year with these fireworks. It was terrible. I mean, the constant booms, it was horrendous. I mean, there's people who really suffer from PTSD who are veterans with these fireworks. And I'm not a veteran or anything, but I do get sensitive to loud noises at times. I have a neighbor that has a baby that was terrified of these fireworks. So I'm asking maybe for next year, if we can do more of a target area where the problems are from the past. And also, was there any update to the amount of firework complaints there was this year compared to last year? And thank you for letting me speak.
Chief Marks, do you have any updates on numbers, or is it too early?
It wasn't that much higher than it was last year. I mean, I was up watching over from Egypt Fire Company, and the entire valley was lit up with fireworks from east to west, north to south. It's not just a Whitehall problem. It is definitely a Pennsylvania problem, if you want to call it that. And it's not specific to just our township.
I agree with that. I've seen other things written from other municipalities. Everybody's dealing with the same mess. I think the best suggestion is you gotta call, email, or however you want to contact your state reps. and
Phil, can I
state
just say one
senators.
more thing quick?
And no, I'm talking, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I will get back to you and, pass on if you don't like all this fireworks noise and stuff, that they repeal this. It is a problem, and it's not just us, it's other municipalities are dealing with it too. You can see it written in the newspapers and articles and things. All right, go ahead. You may speak.
Okay, so with you saying that, Senator Yaw, the one that was responsible for this bill with the fireworks, he made a statement online about municipalities in Pennsylvania that not one municipality has reached out to him personally regarding the issues that are going on in our municipalities. I would like to see our township, whoever would be appropriate to maybe reach out to this Senator Yaw, and talk to this man and let him know what's going on in our township, because he claims nobody has come to him to talk to him. So I think we should do a challenge. Let's write a letter. Let's call him up on the phone and tell him how we're dissatisfied with the bill.
My first guess is he probably has amnesia because this is across the state. This is no big secret. And I'm not going to challenge the man on that. I know we've had conversations with our local representatives and senators, and personally, I think that's where it's got to start with our local representatives and you know, let them take the complaints forward. And
Thank you.
they're aware of it.
President Kinder, can I add something?
You certainly may.
There was a House bill introduced in this past session by the local Lehigh Valley legislators. It is House Bill 988, which would repeal Act 43, which legalized fireworks. So there was a bill introduced in the House of Representatives. That's HB 988. It was introduced by Representatives Schweier, McNeil, Schlossberg, Freeman, and Samuelson, and Rozzi from Berks County. So no need to call those offices. They introduced the bill, but yeah, it's a problem statewide and it needs to be addressed. So.
Yeah, and this is no big secret. I mean, this is well known, and I did not know that was being done. And I wish to, at least on my part, I wish to thank them for getting involved in that because I think it is a little out of control. Okay, anybody have anything else they wish to go over? All right, I have one thing. I want to thank Jack Myers for his 6-month financial report to the Board of Commissioners. Does any commissioner have any questions on the report Jack forwarded to us? Jack, do you have anything you want to go over on that report?
No, I think, you know, what I wrote and the figures that are there, they're just as good now as what they were when I wrote them.
All right, again, I think that's a big help, letting us know where we're at this point. And thanks for taking the time to do that.
Happy to help.
Board of Commission reports of public officials. Commissioner Attia.
Hi, Bill. I don't have a lot. I did want to just ask a question on behalf of a resident that brought up a traffic issue on, and I believe we had a caller recently from the public comment on, I believe it's Pennsylvania and Congress, just about, you know, dangerous driving going on through that neighborhood. I personally make that commute every day and drive past that road. They're just looking for like next steps. Is there anything else they can do? Or is there anything the township can do? So just, you know, anything that I can go back to them and try to tell them what their next steps could be, because they're just looking for some help. There has been, you know, they feel like they can't have kids outside playing. It's a neighborhood with a lot of kids too, from what I've been told. So just looking to help them out. If there's any kind of feedback or advice to give to them, that's all.
The police chief want to try and comment on that?
Yeah, I think it's kind of the same situation that we talked about prior. This is one of the problem streets that doesn't have any real cross streets where we can set up the VASCAR, the speed timing lines on it. So, I mean, my first suggestion is to, sorry, Mick, but call your state rep and press forward the radar bill, because that's the only thing that's going to really help in those types of areas where you don't have cross streets to be able to, you know, have a cruiser car sit with the VASCAR lines. Short of that, I mean, we have it on a rotating list now with our traffic unit to go down there and at least sit in the area. I mean, they won't be able to write a lot of tickets, almost none, but they can at least, you know, be present. So it's on one of our problem street lists that we keep running here at the station.
Thanks, Chief. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Anything else, Randy?
No, Bill, I'm good. Thank you.
Commissioner D.
Thank you, President Kinder. A couple weeks ago, we had our recycling event in Whitehall. I know President Kinder was there checking folks in. I was helping to direct traffic. I believe Commissioner Warren was there, members of the EAC, even members of the Whitehall Historical Preservation Society showed up. So we appreciate everybody that helped out. with the company collected 445 televisions, 578 miscellaneous electronic devices, 158 computers. I don't have the totals on shredding, but I believe, if I remember correctly, the mayor said we had close to 400 vehicles. And I think President Kinder checked in every one of them, or at least most of them. Fantastic event. Thank everybody who helped out, and thanks the community for coming out. It was just a great day, great event. So I look forward to next year's recycling event. And I know everybody seems to have old televisions in their garage or in the basement, and unfortunately, that's the only way to get rid of them. And there was a fee for TVs, but tremendous event. And again, thanks for everybody who came out and helped. On Sunday, there was a celebration down at the West Catasauqua Playground Building. It was for the Whitehall Active Community Center, our senior center down there. They celebrated their grand reopening. They had been closed, obviously, because of COVID. It also was their 4th anniversary. And it's just a great way for our seniors to come out, socialize. They have a lot of activities, including chair yoga, strength and stretching, Tai Chi, bingo, of course. Our seniors love to play bingo. And every day at 11:30, there's a hot and a cold option lunch that's served. Sunday the 25th, they're going to welcome back Sunday bingo. That begins at 2 p.m. But it's just a great place for our seniors to go. We've all been cooped up because of COVID, especially our seniors. A lot of them live alone. It's just a great place to come and socialize. It is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Again, it's at the West Catasauqua Playground Building on Pine Street. I think it's 2301 Pine Street. So I want to encourage any resident, senior citizen to come out. If you know a senior, encourage them to go. Just a lot of great stuff going on down there. You can get a hot lunch for a small fee. So please, it's a great thing to have here in the community. So I encourage our seniors to take advantage of it. Thank you for the time, President Ginder. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Commissioner D. One note, before I forget it, to make on the recycling, and I'm sure you'll agree, we wish to thank the school district for letting us use their parking area to do this recycling event because of everything being shut down around the township building, the construction and everything. And without that lot, we wouldn't be able to put this event on. So we want to thank them for letting us use that and get this done for the community. Commissioner Warren.
Yeah, just piggyback onto that, Phil. I also want to call out the 20 or so high school volunteers that participated. They were from various sports, service clubs, and honor societies. So it was nice that they were able to help us, and all the patrons did comment how pleasant they were to help. They appreciated it. So, and the only other thing I have, piggybacking on what Chief Michael Marks said, was the radar bill passed the Senate 49-1, and it's now in the House. And some people have different opinions of that, but as I read the bill, there are safeguards in there so that it doesn't become a revenue stream. There's safeguards in there that set thresholds that they're not incidental tickets given out. Also, there's safeguards in there to prevent entrapment, where they can't set up a radar system within so many feet of a speed reduction zone where you're catching somebody within feet. So I think it will help the situation in the township where we have limited access and we do have speeding problems. It's a safe way for our police to at least be a deterrent if they know that there's a possibility of a speed trap. So that's all I have. Thank you.
And radar would also allow us to get a lot more done with less hours of manpower. That other things can be done too at the same time. So it's a win-win. Mr. Fisher.
Thank you, President Ginder. Quick question for Frank Clark. Frank, are you on?
I'm here.
Okay. I just sent you an email. It was literally maybe like 20 minutes before the meeting, because this only just came up.
Yep,
Down in
I
Lehigh-
saw it.
Okay. Just in a nutshell, they're doing, there was a sinkhole that opened up on Lehigh Street, and I was just a little concerned. Like, let me just preface by saying I don't know roads, so I don't know what is correct and what is kosher. And I was just concerned about how it was set up, and I'm just worried about someone tonight driving down Lehigh Street, and maybe basically plowing through that sign and plowing right into a sinkhole.
Yeah, I looked at your photograph. That approach to the Lehigh Street Bridge has been a problem for quite some time. One of our engineers regularly goes up to North Caddy and working on a project. He goes that way, and he sent me several photographs about a month and a half ago. And I talked to John about it, and it's a continuing problem on a PennDOT road, and it's a subsidence under the bridge, and they have to keep coming out there and filling it with rock or whatnot. They're not evidently they're restricted as to what they can fill that hole with by some rule, I guess, because of the stream. So there's PennDOT's always struggling with that. They are aware of it, so I guess that must be their sign out there. I'm not crazy about what I saw there on the side. It's something, but it's not nearly enough. I don't know if they're looking to come out with a maintenance crew, an on-call crew to come out and do a better job of warning motorists. So I don't know what else can be done for the time being. Like I said, it's a state road, and we're kind of playing second fiddle on this one.
Yeah, I know. I know I kind of figured we were in that mess, especially with PennDOT, and
right.
I saw them I saw the crew doing the work this morning. I know they're working, and I emailed the mayor about a month ago. He knows about it. I know the communication's been there. I guess my only concern is like literally, I don't know if there's anything we can do. Like, I'm just worried about literally like tonight, just getting as soon as the sun goes down, if we have to worry about any issues like on the overnight of just tonight, because I assume they're coming back tomorrow. I'm just worried about getting through the night.
Yeah, I share that as well. I don't know. I saw you had John on the email. I don't know if there's something that the township needs to do out there. Again, I'm kind of cautious because it's a PennDOT road, and although I share your concerns with safety, I'm not quite sure what we're allowed to do out there.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
We're following up on that.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Like I said, I don't know roads, and maybe it is normal. I just wanted somebody else to know, so I wasn't.
Understood. I appreciate it. Thanks,
Thank
John.
you, Frank. Appreciate it. The only other thing I have tonight is I just want to talk COVID quick again. I have been emphasizing again throughout like the last few months. Again, everybody please get vaccinated. I have some really quick fun graphs I just want to point out. This is Pennsylvania. The last few weeks we have been doing exquisitely well. I think we're down to like 150 cases a day on average. We're doing well, okay? The United States on a whole, we're starting to, you can kind of see that we're kind of starting to edge up a little in certain areas. And that's kind of because certain states, I got a whole bunch of slides. Certain states such as Arkansas, places that have a low vaccination rates are starting to see COVID cases increase. They pretty much tied every COVID increase or death at this point just from people who aren't being vaccinated. And why this is especially concerning is because some places, so this is the United Kingdom, and this is over the last few weeks. And this was the height of the pandemic, and this is kind of where they're at right now. Cases of COVID for people who are not vaccinated are going up. This is mostly among the young and the unvaccinated. We have a lot of people in this country who are not yet vaccinated, who cannot be vaccinated, especially those under 12. My emphasis is, even though Pennsylvania is doing great, it's like I've been saying the whole time, it's like a bathtub. We're one global community. You splash the water somewhere, it's going to slosh elsewhere. I trust the vaccine. I've been vaccinated. I'm up and around. I'm spending money. I'm indoor dining because I trust the vaccine. And I have the vaccine, and everyone I know has the vaccine. And my emphasis is please, 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 especially with this new Delta variant coming out and other emerging variants, this is still a threat. I feel safe. I am vaccinated, and I want you to be safe too. So all I can say is just roll up your sleeves and let's do this, and let's just beat this thing. So that's all I have, and I'll hand it back to President Kinder.
Thank you. Commissioner Swaniger.
I have nothing at this time.
Commissioner Marks.
I just have something for Frank. Frank, South Church Street, Mr. Jandal did cut his trees back around the turn at Chestnut. But since then, because of the weather and I guess heavy growth, it really didn't resolve, it resolved the problem temporarily, but now there's weeds that are growing out on the roadway that are closer to the roadway, and the trees are actually coming down across the roadway. And the line of sight, Mr. Medea reports this to me almost every year, and I agree with him. I mean, if you use that corridor, it's very risky, and especially for somebody elderly that's turning, east onto Chestnut Street from South Church. So if you could see if Mr. Jandal could get some people down there again and cut that brush back so the line of sight is a little better, I'd appreciate it.
No problem. Make that call tomorrow, Joe.
All right, thanks, Frank.
You
That's
bet.
all I have, Phil.
That's all you have?
Yep.
I don't see the treasurer. Anybody see the treasurer on tonight?
Phil,
No.
she sent
she-
an email at 7:01 saying she wouldn't be able to make it tonight. The email just came out.
Then I might as well, there's no sense me going over these problems until she's here. Let me check my list. The mayor's on vacation, so I can't. Frank, Mechanicsville Road sidewalks, where are we at?
I'm sorry, missed part of that. Where?
Mechanicsville Road sidewalks.
I have to check back. I was away for 2 weeks. I have to check back with our attorney on that one, see where you are with the agreement. That's on my hot list.
All right, because the snow's gonna start flying in about 4 months.
I know. Oh, believe me, I know.
And the rest of this stuff has to hold. The people aren't on with us tonight. I only have one other comment. I want to thank Chief Marks, and I want to thank Jack Myers for working through this when we lost this pickup truck at Public Works that just plain worn out, and the police department gave up a pickup truck. I don't know if they were coerced or volunteered it. It doesn't matter. We got a pickup truck for Public Works out of it, and we didn't have to look for any extra money this year. And I want to thank those two gentlemen for their cooperation and working this out and saving the township a little unbudgeted money this year. I think that's just great that could be worked out. That's all I have. The mayor's not here for a report. The treasurer's not here for a report. Anybody else have anything they want to go over this evening? There being none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion, Fisher.
Do we have a second? Do we have a second? Okay, meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for your time this evening.
Night.
Take care. Bye.
Good night, all.
10 of 10. Phil, 10 of 10. Okay,
No, 10 of 11.
10 of 11.
Yeah,
I wanted you
I
to
have an
go
appointment.
faster.
it's 10 of 11 because I have an appointment at 9 and I don't think I'll be back by 10.
Okay,
Okay?
Yep.
10 of 11.
keep it. 10, 11.
Just remember 7 up,
Okay,
okay?
sir.
Catch you
Yes.
later.
Okay.
Hmm.